إمام مسلم في صحيح عليه وسلم إذا مات ابن آدم انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث: صدقة جارية، وعلم ينتفع به، وولد صالح يدعو له. Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, this very famous hadith, tells us that when the human being passes away, all that is left for him after he leaves this world is either an act of charity or an act of goodness that he did that will continue to serve others after their departure, or knowledge that they had learned, obtained, and then spread and gave it to others and passed it along, or children whom they raised well and will continue their lives making dua for them and doing good deeds in their names. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us all three, inshallah, in our lives. Tonight we lost one of the shuyukh and muqri'een of this masjid. Tonight Shaykh Ra'id rahimahullah passed away. Rahmatullah alayh, rahimahullah rahmah wasi'ah. A gentleman that I've had the privilege of knowing for the last 6 to 7 years as a true nobleman, a true gentleman. Someone who came and dedicated these last few years of his life just to recite the Quran and teach the Quran. And subhanAllah, as I kind of watched him pass away today and looked at his family, he had all three, subhanAllah. He had sadaqat jariyah in his life that he had left, and speaking to him and getting to know him, he had built all these things. He never, something that he kept very low key, but in different parts of Syria, he had built all of these places for water and schools. And I watched him distribute knowledge for 3 years or 4 years in this masjid since we started teaching a lot of our students, a lot of the brothers that lead Taraweeh learned from him, Brother Asim and Zakaria, and Umar and Hisham and Abdul Rahman. They all spent time learning from him. And he has children who love him and cherish him. And a community that will... The Prophet ﷺ in a hadith, he points out that when a scholar or a person of knowledge passes away, it's like a star in the sky goes out. Right? It's like you lost a star. Now there may be other stars, but there'll never be a star exactly like it that will shine just like it or replace it in where it is. And that's what it means to lose someone of knowledge within a community. You lose a pillar. You lose something that you wish that you had benefited from more. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him full rahmah and full maghfirah and the highest ranks in al-firdaus al-a'la. And inshallah we'll be reunited with him as a community, inshallah, ala abwab jannat al-na'im, with his family, inshallah ta'ala. SubhanAllah, the topic of death is what we're covering in the tazkiyah sessions, and he's talking about it as one thing, and then when you encounter it again in your life, it's just as fresh as the first time, and it's not something that ever gets old, and it's a reminder for all of us of how short this life actually is, and how important it is to prepare for when you do leave, what is left behind you, to continue to add to your good deeds, because you have no hope anymore to do so. And today we lost someone. I lost a friend, and a lot of the people here lost a teacher and lost a companion. And subhanAllah, for the last 3 or 4 years, he would sit in Ramadan every single day after Asr and recite and teach. And it didn't matter how much you knew, or how little you knew, or where you came from, or whether you knew the letters or not. You could sit and the Shaykh would listen slowly and allow you. And we are the shuhada of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth, meaning we are the witnesses that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will call upon on the day of judgment to judge people. And my tribute to this man is that ahsabuhu wallahu hasibuhu. This is my assumption of him, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best, that he was a man of piety and a man who loved the Quran and loved Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and loved the Prophet and loved those who loved all of these people and all of these. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this difficult time easy for his family, and to make it something for us to learn from. I hope to start within wellness a maqra'ah, a funded maqra'ah. If you go to masajid, you'll find there's always a zawiyah somewhere, like a little a corner, and they have a maqra'at fulan. And usually it's just maqra'ah is a place where you can read, a place you can go and someone can teach you to read, or you can learn to read, or you can teach people to read. And it's always named by one of the imams or ulama that sat there. And I hope to have maqra of Sheikh Ra'ad inshallah in this masjid, something funded to continue to teach Arabic and to teach Quran inshallah in his name moving forward. يروي الإمام مسلم في صحيحه عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم إذا مات ابن آدم انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث: صدقة جارية أو علم ينتفع